I was dreaming.
No, you weren't. I'm right here.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning, Lieutenant. What a lovely morning it is, too.
Yeah.
All right, gotta get up.
No.
Captain Early McNamara hates it when I'm late.
Hey, don't mention that man's name and come back in this bed because you have plenty of time.
No, I don't. I have to drive all the way to the farm and get some clothes.
So you can borrow something of mine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't think the big, baggy boyfriend shirt is in fashion at roll call these days.
Maybe
And besides, someone could get suspicious, you know.
you might have a point.
I still can't believe that the captain was here when I showed up for our date last night.
Relax, you played it cool. You were cool as an undercover
Oh, yeah.
cop. And you know something, Josie Watts? You are cool under the covers.
I guess I could be 5 minutes late.
There is no proof, Carl. You had anything on me, you'd have pranced down to that police station and told them what you know. There is no proof. No evidence.
What's this all about, Captain?
Mr. Hutchins, thanks for coming by. Please have a seat.
Have you reopened the investigation into my son's death?
No, sir, that's not exactly the reason I asked you to come by.
I see. And did you want to have me here in person to relay that disappointing news?
No, actually, I've been doing some digging around, and I have to say, Mr. Hutchins, I've been quite impressed. I didn't realize that you'd spent so many of the best years of your life on the other side of the law.
That's probably why most people think twice before they waste my time.
Oh, sir, I have no intention of wasting your time. I just have a couple of questions.
I'm listening.
Where were you on the night your son Ryan was shot?
What kind of preposterous question
No
is that?
need to get worked up, Mr. Hutchins. It's just routine question.
But your investigation into the death of Captain Ryan Harrison has been officially closed.
Officially it is. There's just a few loose ends I need to put together. So, if you would be so kind, Mr. Hutchins, could you tell me what you were doing the night your son was shot?
Captain, the night my son was gunned down, I was searching somewhat desperately for Justine Kirkland.
Desperately. Why?
Because I knew the woman to be dangerous. She was feeling trapped in a highly agitated state. You know, if you people had only listened to me.
And, where were you exactly?
When I returned home, I discovered that Justine had been there. And that Rachel had gone after her in close pursuit.
I see. About what time was this?
10 p.m.
Uh-huh. And for the next hour or so, what?
Search the house, search the grounds. Spread the search to a 4 or 5 mile radius going down as far as the old Huntington estate. I knew that Rachel's life was in danger.
Now, all of this time you were alone?
But when I was on the road, yes.
And what about home? Who's at home?
My wife's granddaughter, Maggie.
I see. That's it? No staff?
Yes, there was a maid. There was a new maid that night. From this precinct. Well, I'm sure you know her. Detective Lucy Dolan. Indeed, it was she that young Maggie found unconscious. I arrived home soon after. This is all in the report. It's in the file. Haven't you read the file?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, both our detective and your wife's granddaughter cannot attest to your whereabouts during the time of the shooting. Now, tell me something. While you were out searching, did you...
Museum 23, the leave-in you'll believe in.
Now there's a frosting so whipped up and easy to spread, you don't even need a knife. New Betty Crocker Whip Deluxe. So whipped up and not too sweet. When it comes to fabulous frosting, Betty has it whipped.
What kind of preposterous question
No
is that?
need to get worked up, Mr. Hutchins. It's just routine question.
But your investigation into the death of Captain Ryan Harrison has been officially closed.
Officially, it is. There's just a few loose ends I need to put together. So, if you would be so kind, Mr. Hutchins, could you tell me what you were doing the night your son was shot?
Captain, the night my son was gunned down, I was searching somewhat desperately for Justine Kirkland.
Desperately. Why?
Because I knew the woman to be dangerous. She was feeling trapped in a highly agitated state. You know, if you people had only listened to me.
And, where were you exactly?
When I returned home, I discovered that Justine had been there. And that Rachel had gone after her in close pursuit.
I see. About what time was this?
10 p.m.
Uh-huh. And for the next hour or so, what?
Search the house, search the grounds. Spread the search to a 4 or 5 mile radius going down as far as the old Huntington estate. I knew that Rachel's life was in danger.
Now, all of this time you were alone?
But when I was on the road, yes.
And what about home? Who's at home?
My wife's granddaughter, Maggie.
I see. That's it? No staff?
Yes, there was a maid. There was a new maid that night. From this precinct. Well, I'm sure you know her. Detective Lucy Dolan. Indeed, it was she that young Maggie found unconscious. I arrived home soon after. This is all in the report. It's in the file. Haven't you read the file?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, both our detective and your wife's granddaughter cannot attest to your whereabouts during the time of the shooting. Now, tell me something. While you were out searching, did you see anyone? Is there anyone that can corroborate your story?
Where are you going with this?
Well, since you told us yesterday about your wife's hypnosis session, we have some new leads.
Yes, Captain. The mysterious fourth person on the trestle, present when Ryan was shot.
It's a shame that your wife couldn't make a positive ID.
She will. I believe she will in time.
Tell me something, Mr. Hutchins. Why do you think Rachel's subconscious buried that memory?
Well, I'm not a professional, but I imagine the emotional trauma of being witness to Ryan being shot.
Yeah. Or maybe the trauma of seeing that fourth person whose identity may have been very distressing.
Would you care to be more specific?
Well, Mr. Hutchins, since you don't really have an alibi, it's quite possible you could have been at the train depot the night your son was shot.
I don't believe this. I don't believe. Are you suggesting? Are you accusing me of murdering my own son?
Back. Don't tell me you turned 20.
Oh, man, I'm still looking for a job.
We still only hire waitresses, and they have to be 21 to serve alcohol.
Thought maybe a busboy job opened since last time.
No, we got that covered.
Have I mentioned how handy I am in the kitchen? And you're looking at the king of the deep fry.
Why don't you go to the Greek diner down the block? They have a sign in their window.
Not anymore. They hired somebody.
It's just not your day as a kid.
There's got to be a way to get a job in this stupid place.
Looking for employment, Nick.
Absolutely.
Yes, I just happen to have an opening as an assistant. Please step into my office.
So, what do you need assistance with?
Well, would you consider yourself discreet?
Sure, only talk to my dog.
Fast, driven, dedicated?
All of the above.
Good. Here's the deal. Listen, I call my house, I get no answer.
Right.
Drive by, the lights are off.
So?
I have absolutely no idea where Paulina is.
You're trying to track down your own wife?
We had a little fight last night, and I think she's headed to the Corys. You are, after all, a good friend of Maggie Cory, right?
Not really.
I mean, all you gotta do is cruise by, check it out with Paulina. I do a little fishing, bring her my name, see if she gags, laughs, whatever.
Jake, this isn't a good idea.
Listen, I have a feeling that I'm gonna get back with my wife now. I just want to make sure everything's right. You know, make all the necessary preparations, stuffed animals, helium balloons, oysters, Rockefeller, that kind of thing.
Sounds pretty cheesy.
You want to be my assistant?
You don't have enough money.
I
in
don't
your
have
wa-
enough what? Would that be yes, Nick? Oh, man.
Wow, that was great.
Yeah? Do you find showering together exciting?
Oh, definitely. It's good, clean fun.
See, I especially like the aspect of saving water.
Haha, Carlino.
You know, in fact, I was even thinking, why don't we be environmentally correct and shower together every morning for the rest of our lives? What do you think of that?
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Thank you very much. I especially like the rest of our lives part.
I'm glad we, last night.
Me too.
I mean, why wait? I kept you waiting long enough as it is while I was making up my mind.
You see me complaining?
Just everything feels so different today.
Good different, right?
So good, I can't believe it. I am never letting this feeling go. I'm never letting you go. You got that?
Loud and clear. But it is time for a bit of a reality check.
I hate
I
those.
know you hate those. I hate those too. But listen to me. We are in a situation in which we have some good news and we have some bad news.
Let me guess, you like to handle the bad news first.
You know me so well, don't you?
Oh, so well.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I'm really not in the mood for handling bad news. Not today. At least, not after we're finally together. So, how about hitting me with the good news instead?
You got it. I would love to. The good news is, I want to marry you.
I guess if you're gonna be grounded, there are worse places on the planet to be than the Corey estate.
Pam, I am beyond stir crazy.
You thinking about making the great escape?
I tried that already. How do you think I got to Sassy's?
Oh, you mean when you, like, threw yourself at Nick?
I did not throw myself at Nick.
Well, from the way that it looked, you guys are seriously on the outs, huh?
Look, Pam, do you think we could, like, not talk about Nick for maybe 2 minutes? I mean, my life is already a bed of nails, and I am just waiting to see what fresh torture Rachel has prepared for me.
Hey, Maggie, what can your grandmother possibly do to you, other than ground you for life?
She told me if I don't get my act together, she's gonna call my mother.
Not Cecile.
The one and only.
Oh, I remember you telling me about your mother. Ooh, very scary.
Yeah, well, she's worse in person, believe me.
She's coming here with one of her
Euro trash jet set playboy lovers over my dead body. I'm gonna try to keep her in the Riviera as long as possible, even if it means playing the good granddaughter.
Ooh, so that means the next time you'll be out in circulation could be like 5, maybe 10 years from now.
Who's counting?
Hey, Maggie, do you think maybe I could borrow that little tight Angora sweater you just bought?
Pam, I haven't even worn it yet.
I know, but I've got this hot date, and it really would look cute on me.
Hot date? Who's the guy?
He is such a hunk. I mean, 100% gorgeous.
So, what's his name, Pam?
Oh, you don't know him.
I don't know, Jake. Well, don't you know? Who you kidding? That's the easiest C-note you're ever gonna make. I mean, all you gotta do is cruise by the house, yodel at Paulina, bring back the information, maybe I'll give you a big tip.
Man, I got a big problem going to the Corey estate.
I understand that, man. I understand. I mean, the Corey's treat guys like us like stuff you scrape off the bottom of the shoe, but you gotta fight back, my man.
No, but it's not all the It's Maggie, all right? I would rather drink battery acid than go anywhere near her, all right?
I've been there. Maybe this will take the edge off it all. Go for it.
It's not about the money.
Who you kidding? It's always about the money.
This is not.
Oh, We want to do the hucklebuck with young Miss Corey.
No, we don't. If I am around her, I am not gonna be nice, Jake.
Why don't you let me give you a little advice on women, if I may?
Okay.
See, sometimes for a guy, sugar and spice and everything that's nice, so that's a one-way ticket to Palookaville. You want to send a woman a message, I mean, sometimes you gotta forget about the sugar. You gotta use some scare tactics, I mean. You have a little beef, you head straight to the door, you don't even turn around to see what's in her eyes, you know? You let her worry about if you're coming back or not. You know, that'll definitely raise your market value.
I'm not sure I even care. Thanks for the advice, man.
Oh, well, you can trust me. Well, I've been around, as they say.
Yeah, you seem to know what you're doing. I wish I had all the answers.
What, you don't need the answers? Just know this. Nick, you believe in yourself. Well, so will everybody else.
Grant Harrison. Marshal Kramer, thanks for getting back to me. Yes, I did read The Galleys. I think the ghostwriter did an excellent job. You know, Marshal, this autobiography could turn things around for me, so I'd like it in the stores as soon as possible. And they changed the dedication. That's right. To my brother Ryan. With love and devotion. Thank you, Marshal. Goodbye.
Apparently, they found a button from a man's coat down by the tracks.
I loved my son, and I'm as devoted to his memory as I was to his life. How can you even suggest that I murdered the lad?
I'm not saying that that's what happened, sir.
Then rephrase your question.
Mr. Hutchins, we have a crime scene that has been picked clean. We have one witness who can't remember a damn thing except for the fact that she saw or felt the presence of some fourth person. Now, right now, sir, I am scraping for traces of leads. I need to know the whereabouts of everyone who knew Ryan the night that he was shot. Now, your name is just one on a long list.
For your edification, the list is very short.
Mr. Hutchins. Mr. Hutchins, I need your help. I need to know what you know. Anything, any detail, anything that might shed some light on what happened at the railroad tracks that night. If you cooperate, sir, we could get to the truth about the death of your son.
The truth is much closer than you may expect.
Oh, Mr. Hutchins, don't get cryptic with me. Who are you thinking about? Someone in particular? Who is it? Who is it that you think killed your son?
You're the policeman. Decorated, educated, a self-styled authority on the criminal mind. A collector of minutiae and facts. Why don't you tell me your theory as to who murdered my son?
Oh, I'd rather hear yours, Mr. Hutchins. Besides, they pay me to ask the questions.
They don't pay you to ask the wrong questions, though, do they? No, I don't think I should bore you. I'm sure that any thought or notion I may have had has already occurred to you long since.
Yeah, that is a very special talent of mine. You see, I do eventually figure out what everyone is thinking, whether they cooperate at first or not.
Well, I wish I could wait around and watch the epiphany But it's a very busy day. So if you'll excuse me, Captain.
Of course. Mr. Hutchins, if you get the urge to share any information, please feel free to call me anytime.
Why? Will you share your information with me?
Sinclair.
Captain?
Your watch, is it broken?
Sir?
I distinctly remember telling you I wanted that report about the fourth set of tire tracks on my desk by 0800 hours exactly. What's the matter, your blind date keep you up last night?
No, sir, this is the prelim report.
Why is this just a prelim?
Because it's a time-consuming process, sir, for which I have to run 3 different sets of samples, including mine and yours. You said be thorough.
Yes, I did. I did. Officer Watts, you're 5 minutes late. What's the matter, your date last all night?
Sorry, Captain. Sir?
Your date last all night?
Right.
Yeah, right. Would it
Bruce.
take you that much time to get across town? You
Look,
couldn't
sir,
get here on time?
she
Look, excuse
called
me,
in.
I believe I'm talking to her, not you.
Captain, I have no excuse for being late, and it won't happen again.
Yes, that's absolutely right. It won't happen again, but this will happen. Listen to me. I want you to get on the phone, get Grant Harrison over here pronto. As soon as Harrison gets here, I want you to check his tire tracks against those. See if they match. And I'd like you to get this squad room in order. Take these.
Right.
Come on, right. Your people should be more concerned about being good cops than about dating.
Oh, wait a minute. Did he figure something out?
No. He's just blowing smoke.
Yeah, well, we know where there's smoke, you get fired.
Still no Paulina?
That's Vicky.
How's she doing?
I don't know. She didn't answer the phone when she's out on.
Yeah, the phone's been ringing off the hook lately. Everybody wants to tell her how sorry they are. It gets kind of tough after a while, you know. Maybe she just needs a break.
Hope you're right.
Hey, let me tell you something about my sister, Jake. She is a fighter.
She's also in a lot of pain, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
She and Ryan lost a lot of time, particularly at the end. I mean, fights, misunderstandings, doubts. That stuff eats away at a relationship. Then you lose the other person, and all of a sudden, boom. You know, you see what a waste that kind of thing is, and there's nothing you can do. I mean, there's no way to get back that lost time. You find love. I mean, you find real love. You gotta protect it, man. You gotta nurture it. You gotta take it seriously. It's nothing you can take for granted. I mean, you've heard people say that, like, marriage is tough, right? Well, that's what it is. I mean, the way I see it, life is short, and you find someone that you love that makes it all worthwhile.
Well said.
Thanks.
Only question now is, what do you need me for? To run over to Rachel's house, grab Paulina, tell her exactly what you told me, man. Forget the helium balloons. Speaks like that, that'll get her back in no time. You're making a huge mistake, you know that?
Listen, I've been there, I've done that. I mean, I'm just gonna have to wait this one out. I can't convince Paulina. She's got to convince herself. But that's the only way that she's gonna see it's the truth.
What's the truth?
That I'm the only guy in the world for her.
I don't think I understood the question. Could we have an instant replay?
Absolutely. I said, Paulina, will you marry me?
Oh, Joe, I can't believe it.
You can't believe it. I can't believe you can't believe it. Don't you remember you, me, the altar, and we got to seal the deal?
I remember.
Well, didn't I make my feelings clear? I mean, from the moment I saw you across the crowded room, the whole 9 yards. Huh?
Yes, perfectly clear.
So what's the problem?
No problem.
Good. Now, while we're on the subject, there's something else I want to say. Last night was truly a wondrous thing. For me, anyway. And I know something now that I didn't know before. And that is why they call it making love. Every touch, we were together in it. You know, every kiss you gave me, it had meaning. And you know, if I didn't know it before, I sure as hell know it now. What we have between us is something that you can build a whole life on. Every day, to begin and end it with a love that's sacred. Don't tell me you don't feel the same way.
Joe, I do. I just wish I could talk in poetry like you do.
Oh, get out of here. Come on, I'm not a poet. I'm a cop. I'm a cop who loves you so much that he can put together a couple of deeply romantic phrases, and that's all. So, Blue Eyes, if you're in the market, I am offering you the best thing I got, which is my heart.
Oh, I'm in the market.
I take that as a yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that was the good news. Which brings us to the bad
I was
news.
afraid we were gonna get back to that.
Hey, what are you gonna do? You know what you have to do, right?
Jake.
So, what are you gonna do about Jake?
I have to tell him I want a divorce.
He's not gonna make that easy.
Let me put it this way, I'm not looking forward to it.
Because you don't want to hurt him?
Well, sure. I mean, I have you, you know? And you've changed my life. But now that Jake and I are finished, he's back to zero where he started, and I don't like the idea of having to be the one to put him there. Plus, he's pretty well known for making a scene, and I'm afraid this one's gonna be a doozy.
It doesn't have to be like that.
Well, Jake McKinnon was never one to go quietly. And we're pretty famous for our fights. You know what they say about saving the best for last?
Hey, Paulina, why don't you let me deal with him, huh? I got no problem telling the guy to score. By the time I'm done with him, he will be begging you for a divorce.
No.
Why not?
I don't need you handling Jake for me, Joe. I'm a big girl. Now, I love that you want to go to the mat for me, but I have never needed a man to do my dirty work. If we're going to be together, you have to know this about me.
I hear you.
Good. Because this is going to be really hard for Jake, and it's going to hurt him. But I have to do it, no matter how painful it gets.
I don't believe this, man. She's not a KBAY. She's not at home. She didn't leave a message at the hotel.
Wait, don't tell me you're still trying to chase after Paulina.
That was supposed to be your job.
What happened to this whole song and dance about kicking back and letting her realize that she's letting the man of her dreams slip away? All that stuff?
I don't know. I guess talking about laying low and actually doing it are two different things.
Get out of it. You didn't even give it 5 minutes.
I'm an impatient man. So, maybe we can find out what you and President Grant can scare up.
I told you, man, no dice.
Come on, you can wait till Maggie goes, all right?
I gotta get a real steady job.
Listen, I'm telling you, I could use a young, mean hunk as my assistant.
How am I gonna explain that to my probation officer?
I could show you how to beat the system. All you gotta do is go by the Corey house.
Sorry, I can't help you today. I got a date. First things first, gotta get myself a job.
Who's your date, man?
Huh? You know, the guy I don't know. What's his name?
Oh, I just remembered. Not to change the subject or anything, but I want to ask you a question.
What?
Do you mind telling me what the deal is with you and Nick Terry?
And what is that supposed to mean, Pam?
I mean, well, you know, after he bit your head off at Sassy's the other day, I'm just wondering. You guys are 100% over, right?
Pam, is Nick your date?
No.
Are you sure, Pam?
I mean, no, it's not really a date.
So it is Nick.
It's just a ride on his bike. I mean, mostly because I've just been begging him forever, and I need the sweater because he said it was going to be cold, and... Oh, have a fit. I'm not mad. You're not? Right. I mean, why would you be? It's not like I'm making the moves on your boyfriend or even your ex-boyfriend. You and Nick were never an item.
Hey, you want a date, Nick? That's fine. So, where are you guys going anyway?
Sassy's. He's actually probably waiting for me now.
Well, then what are you waiting for? Get dressed and go.
I just wish I knew what to wear.
Look, you know what? Just to show that there are no hard feelings, I'm gonna let you borrow the Angora. It's upstairs, top shelf, on the left.
Oh, Maggie, thank you. You're the best friend in the whole world.
That's what they tell me.
Hey.
Don't let the early bird get you down.
Right.
Oh, Watts, I have an assignment for you, a very special one. It's a 687.
687?
Correct.
I think I can handle that.
Oh, good.
Sir.
Well, Gabe?
Grant, thanks for coming by.
Well, your lieutenant didn't make me feel like I had much choice in the matter.
Come on in. Don't worry about Sinclair. He's just got the fear of Gabe in him. Trying to shape up the department, but it's an uphill fight. You look better.
Thank you.
Good. Can I get you some coffee?
I'd rather know what this is all about, Gabe.
Oh, it's just routine. Grant, here, have a seat.
I don't have much time.
Okay. Okay. Grant, where were you the night Ryan was shot?
Excuse me?
It's a simple question.
I'm surprised you have to ask. Surprised it would even occur to you.
Nothing just occurs to me, Grant. I want answers to your brother's murder. It's not just my job. Do you understand that? I feel like it's my duty to your family, to you, your father, but most of all to Ryan. Now, he would want me to do a good job, right? I'm just being thorough.
And you think interrogating me is your duty?
Grant, don't take this personally. I need your help in this investigation to find out who killed your brother.
You've been talking to Carl Hutchins, haven't you?
I told you, I'm just being thorough.
Let me tell you something about Carl Hutchins. The man's a lunatic. I am completely aware of his wild accusations, and they are completely...
What accusations?
Well, I'm not even going to lend them credence by repeating them.
Grant, if somebody's dragging your name through the mud, I want to know about it.
I have what's left of my name under control. Thank you.
You okay?
I'm fine. Fine. Let's just get this over with, shall we, please?
Yeah. All right, just answer my question. Where were you the night your brother was killed?
This is the second time this week you did this. That's it. You're out of here.
But it wasn't my fault.
What'd I just say? Beat it.
Quite a message, Stan. I'm still available if you're interested.
Can you work the lunch rush later?
Absolutely.
All right, you clean this mess up, you got the job.
Thanks.
Nick, are you okay?
What do you want, Maggie?
Would you take me for a ride on your motorcycle later?
That is a joke, right?
No, come on. You know that's where I belong. On the back of your bike with my arms around you.
No, you don't. You belong in the space shuttle, Maggie. I told you. I was serious when I said we're not hanging out anymore. Plus, I already got a date.
You know what this whole thing has taught me, Nick? The difference between infatuation and real feelings. I mean, if what I felt for you was just a throwaway, I would have moved on now and found another guy. But I know that my feelings for you are real and that they're special. And That's why they won't be scared away or insulted away or pushed away. Just, Nick, let me know what I can do to make things better, and I'll do it. Don't go out with Pam. She specializes in breaking guys' hearts. Nick.
Maggie, is that your girlfriend? I thought you're sick and tired of Nick and you didn't want to see him anymore.
Don't listen to her, Nick.
Maggie, why don't you just get lost? Pam, you look great. That's a great sweater, too.
This kid.
Sorry for the interruption. You remember where we were?
Yes, unfortunately.
Oh, right. You don't seem very comfortable answering my question.
Well, frankly, I'm not.
Look, Grant, anything that you say to me is going to be held strictly confidential. All I want to do is find out who killed your brother.
Yeah, I understand that, but you see, this puts me in a rather awkward position, Gabe.
Why is that?
Well, because the night that Ryan was killed, I can't really say where I was.
Ah. Grant, do you realize what position that puts you in?
Gabe, you're my friend. Can you keep a confidence?
Well, that depends upon what it is.
That night, that horrible night, I was with a prostitute.
What was her name?
That's it? You're not gonna shake your head, give me your law and order lecture?
Grant, I just want the truth.
Man of my stature and position, huh?
Men of your stature and position have been keeping the world's oldest profession in business for years. No, I've been a cop for a long time. I've seen it all and worse. Grant, I just want the woman's name.
Ruby, I think.
Ruby what?
We didn't get that far.
Where did you meet her?
A bar of Sassy's down by the docks.
All right, listen. I'll be right back. Hold on.
You're not gonna call the 24-hour news channel, are you?
No. Officer Watts?
Captain?
I want you to find out about a hooker named Ruby. She works the docks. Hangs out at a place called Sassy's. See if you can get her and bring her back here for questioning.
Will do, Captain.
Thanks.
I'll handle it for you.
No way, Captain gave me the orders.
Yeah, I heard him, but you can capture all the glory. I'll do all the dirty work.
Now, why would I want to let you do that?
Because there's a lot of crazy people down at the docks, and it's getting worse and worse these days. It's dangerous.
What, you think I'm afraid of a few working girls? Come on. You know what I was doing in L.A. before I came back here. And I'm a well-trained officer, remember? So why don't you just save that objective thing for date night, okay? I'm gonna be fine. Besides, I'm really curious to see what Grant and this Ruby the hooker have in common.
Grant, I appreciate your help, and I want to thank you for your honesty.
My pleasure. Okay.
Listen, can I ask you a question as a friend?
Of course.
Grant, the last time I checked, you had women lining up outside your door. Women of a little bit higher class than Ruby.
The last time you checked, I was on an A list, Gabe. I'm on a slightly different list now. It's pretty hard to meet a decent woman when you're a disgraced ex-senator who's been flattened by the press, burned out of your house, and slandered by a stable of ex-wives.
I see your point.
And on the night in question, I had hit rock bottom. I needed comfort and warmth, and I wasn't exactly up for conversation.
Hey, it's okay. Now I really am worried about you.
Oh, don't be, Ruby. Gabe, I don't make a habit of this.
Well, good. Listen, all we have to do is find her, get her story, and then we can take your name off the suspect list. It's gonna be okay.
So I trust my evening with Ruby isn't going to become public knowledge.
I promise, strictly confidential. Look, all we need is someone to corroborate where you were that night.
For the entire evening, yes.
Excuse me, Sinclair.
Yes, sir.
Any news on the tires?
I checked them out, and they're not a match. Sorry to say.
Okay, I figured. Thanks.
Any problem?
No, not for you. Thank you, and sorry about the third degree.
Glad to have been of service.
You take care, huh?
Okay.
Right.
You're all set, man. See you later.
All right, man, good job.
Thanks. All right, my bike's outside. Got an extra helmet. You ready?
Definitely.
Nick. Please don't do this.
I can't wait to feel the rush. How fast can you go?
Fast. Better hold on.
Maggie! Maggie! Where's Paulina?
Look, I know where you're coming from, Paulina, okay? But every time you see Jake, the guy keeps proving what a worm he is.
That's putting it mildly.
So haven't you suffered enough? Huh? Why should the ending hurt any more than it has to? Look, I don't have any battle scars from the guy. Send me in there. I'll do what has to be done.
Because I have to do it, Joe. It's only right. Wrap up the loose ends, I'll know they're wrapped. And then I can come home to you.
Home. As in, our home. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Real good.
Hey, come here. Why are you crying? Because of Jake?
It's just... I'm just so happy. Just so happy and so lucky. I can't wait to be your wife. And I can't believe it has taken me so long to realize that you are everything I need in this world.
Look at me. You are everything I need. And I love you. You sure? This has nothing to do with Jake.
No, it's not. Once I tell Jake it's over, then we can start our life together.
Tomorrow, on Another World, Paulina's finally chosen the man she wants to spend the rest of her life with, and it's not her husband. Now Jake's about to find out that he's lost his wife, but will he give her up without a fight? Find out tomorrow on Another World.